This is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
They had. Here we go.
I'm Isaiah Hartenstein, and I'm down to dunk.
I hope savior of basketball has won.
Well, the Dortcher Chamber has been going pretty well.
I'm Aaron Wiggins, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Chet Holmgren, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Mark Daigneault, and I'm down to dunk.
He just does a big smile and
I feel blessed by God to be here down to dunk, be here with you.
I'm Alex Caruso, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm AJ Mitchell, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Isaiah Joe, and I'm down to dunk.
Oh, jeez. Are you going to sing it good enough for me to guess it, or?
Panhandle. Jeez. I'm tweaking.
Name 2 famous Oklahomans.
Myself and Jalen Williams.
Is that a crazy answer?
All my friends call me Bob.
Where's Rachel?
Unique story. He lived a whole life.
Plain?
Plain.
This is Cason Wallace, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
True blood Oklahoma.
That's right. Pretty exciting, if you ask me.
This is J-Dub, world champion J-Dub, and I'm down to dunk. And eat burgers.
Ooh, welcome to Down to Dunk. I'm your host, Andrew Schlecht. We're part of the Athletic Podcast Network. Before I get to my good friend Alex Spears, I want to tell you about 2 other good friends of mine, Aaron and Drew Reese of Shelter Insurance. You can call or text Aaron today, 405-773-5500. Call or text Drew, 405-478-7714 for today. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but something could happen to your house or to your car, and you're going to need somebody in your corner that can help you at a moment's notice. And Aaron and Drew are those guys. Not only do they work for an amazing company in Shelter Insurance, but these are also trustworthy guys that you want to know, guys that, listen, not only can you talk about car insurance with them, but you can talk about the Thunder with them. These guys love the Thunder, and they're going to want to talk about the Thunder because of what happened at OU Texas. So don't talk about that. Don't you dare talk about that. Talk about the Thunder. Opening night, Tuesday. Talk about that. Give them a call or text today. Support the people that support Down to Dunk. With me on a Thursday night at 11:04 p.m., and I've got to take my son to an early morning basketball practice tomorrow, it's Alex Spears. Alex, what's up?
What's up, Andrew?
What's up, dude? Hey, I want to thank all the dunkers that came to the Loom last night. I guess that was last night. Wow. It's great to meet many dunkers. Great to see familiar faces. It was a really fun time. So appreciate the people at the Loom. Shout out to the Goose again, who brought us a bunch of burgers, a bag of really good burgers.
The Goose?
The Goose. Yeah. It's a restaurant.
It's a restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it located?
Unbelievable. It's in downtown.
Okay.
Yeah. So good. Unbelievable burgers. So shout out to them. We are gonna. They wrote us a card and put a card in there and gave us a bunch of burgers. And listen, there could be something going down at the Goose soon. So,
they got sandwiches too.
Yeah, it's great.
These look tasty.
Yeah, it's great.
Look at that big
so shout out to them. Shout out to Lively Beer Works for providing beverages and water for everybody. It was a great night. Really appreciate everybody for being there. Okay, so little secret. The L-Man took all of Alex's bold predictions, and so we're gonna do bold predictions next week with Al and tonight.
Okay, to be clear, he didn't take all of my bold predictions. He just asked me for bold predictions, I think, as you all were recording.
As we were recording, he didn't text you earlier that day?
No, he texted me at I don't know what time you all were doing it, but it was 5 my time, so it was 7 your time. And I said, too late? Because I didn't initially respond. He was like, no, send them. So I came up with all those bold predictions in a minute.
Oh, okay.
So mine will be more better thought out.
Okay.
He didn't even say the one because I knew he wouldn't say it because he'd be too scared. The one I gave him because I wanted him to get booed. And I sent him one that was Russell Westbrook will end the season not in the NBA. And he chickened out. He didn't say it.
Dude, that's I don't even know how bold that is. I might give that I might give that like a seedless jalapeno.
Yeah, it's more about him getting booed. I was just trying to.
Yeah, I don't know. That Kings roster is wild. It is a gift to NBA podcasters. Is what it is.
It's bad news. We just recorded Slam and Jam. We were talking to Bryce Simon and basically asking him like, "Hey, can their 6'5" rookie potentially play power forward? Like, is that a good idea? Is that something they should try?"
Oh boy.
And now Sabonis has a hamstring injury. This is
Or does he? Or is he just terrified to play with Russ again?
they're in fact, let me see. Yeah, neither of us had picked Sacramento yet for our over-unders.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a rush to get the under because that team is just.
They make no. Well, they have 0 role players. 0.
Yeah, and the role players they do have, Keon Ellis, good.
Poor Keon.
Probably not. Like, how do you even run the rotation?
He doesn't play. I don't know. It's a 2K team.
Was
It
that
is it is an NBA 2K team.
Was it Mark Stein that had the report that like the Kings preseason game had a larger than normal number of other NBA scouts because everyone's expecting them to be sellers by the deadline? I think they're going to be sellers by like November, because we talked about it on Slam and Jam when I tried to predict early season storylines.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 9 of their first 18 games are against OKC, Denver, and Minnesota. They somehow play all of those teams 3 times each in the first 18 games, which
it's over.
Keegan Murray is probably not going to be available for most of those.
Yeah,
Keeks
is out. Yeah,
and especially with teams like, with OKC certainly, but Minnesota, like just having who is going to defend anyone?
Keon is the only option, but can he even play? Maybe he plays power forward. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll have to try something funky. Vivek was known for wanting to do the cherry picking offense.
This is funky. What they're about to do is going to be funky.
Maybe this is the team you do with it. And it's, in terms of Russ, I don't think there's a worse fit for Russ.
I think it's a geographical fit only.
Yeah.
Like
in terms of spacing,
California, great.
Maybe the worst option in the league.
It's pretty bad.
Between DeRozan, Sabonis, who are going to be, as long as they're healthy, going to be playing a bulk of the minutes.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on the court most of the time.
Toronto might be the only worst one.
Yeah. Toronto wouldn't be good.
Toronto would be really bad. Also, there was a 0.000% chance that Russell Westbrook would ever play for the Raptors. So,
but it is a bummer for Russ, but this is just kind of where this was headed, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that.
And honestly, I would say this moment, like Russ going to this sort of a team that has like no future and is just clearly about to enter a season from hell.
Yeah.
He staved that off for pretty long.
He did.
Like he played on some teams that mattered for the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
And he pushed that off for a pretty long time. So I thought this moment was going to happen like a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So credit to him for that, but yeah, it's not going to be fun. I know we have a question from a Down to Dunk listeners, like who's a big Russ fan, wondering if they should, leave him essentially, or do I need to watch Kings games? I would say you got to get out of there. You got to get it. It's a sinking ship, as Jeremy Grant would say.
Yeah, this is finally the sinking ship.
Yeah,
that Jeremy Grant was referring to. Oh man. Shout out to Rylan for potting with you last week. I appreciate you guys doing that. Any preseason thoughts since then, Al, that have hit your brain before we answer?
I really enjoyed the Peacock game.
I think it's going to be great. I think everything NBC is going to be awesome. I also am like very intrigued by everything going on with Amazon and like just that cast in general. But
Yeah, I thought it had a very clean look. I like the score bug. I know that's what you're wanting to hear about.
no, I mean that's a thing. That's a thing.
Like the presentation.
Yeah.
That is what matters. That is what ESPN just doesn't care about.
Mhm.
And why they're only having inside the NBA they're going to be like gone for 2 months right after like the first couple weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I like Jamal Crawford. I
Yeah.
like
Good. He's really good.
Iron Eagle's son is Noah, right? Noah Eagle.
Noah Eagle.
He's great.
Yeah. He's
That was a fun game. That was probably the most real game that we've seen this preseason against the Bucks, especially like the first quarter. First quarter felt very real. Those are real lineups. I love what we saw from the Shea iHeart pick and roll.
Yep.
It made me want to get Second Spectrum because I was trying to find out like how many pick and rolls did they actually run last year, because they just looked like so comfortable
Yeah.
in that game running the pick and roll, and they were doing really well. So that was exciting. I thought it was cool seeing Kaysen in that setting. It was a great reminder because I know there were some Thunder fans after he played that preseason game where he was like 3 of 14 that were like a little disappointed. But I thought you saw in that Bucks game, like that is where Kaysen's value is. Like his value grows exponentially when he is playing next to really good players.
Yeah.
Like he had that steal against Bobby Portis in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bobby Portis, he's like 6'9", 6'10", and he just jumped up and grabbed the ball out of the air. It was awesome. So I'm very excited. That game got me more excited for the regular season, also because there were like the off-court moments, like when Brooks Barnhizer threw that wild pass and, you know, it hit the coach, and then J-Dub's right there, and then J-Dub giving the thumbs down to Kaysen. Like, it was just like, okay, this feels like Thunder basketball.
Yeah.
You know? We are really close now because this feels like a real game.
We are very close. Yeah, they have one more preseason game. It's
Against Denver.
Against Denver. And there are teams like the Lakers are out there saying, you know, we're going to hold it's like a dress rehearsal in our final preseason game. You know, we're going to play everybody. And then you'll just see teams that are just like, yeah, we're male. This one is for the Malachi Leons of the world, you know. So I don't know what the Thunder will do.
Yeah, because the Nuggets have basically been playing.
The whole thing has been a dress rehearsal for them.
And meanwhile, the Thunder, we were just talking about this with Bryce.
Yeah.
So if you look at total minutes played in the preseason, Brooks Barnhizer, number 1 in minutes in the league. Ousmane Dieng, number 3 in minutes played in the league. Number 5, Chris Youngblood in the league. Number 8, Malevi Leons in the league. Like, like I love the way they've used this preseason. It's been boring, relatively speaking, just because, I mean, that Bucks game was really the first time where I felt like, okay, this is some real basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate it. Like, why not? I mean, I'm more excited for Barnhizer than I would have been if they had taken this preseason seriously, because they probably wouldn't have played him as much.
Yeah.
And other than his wide open threes that he bricked, I was very encouraged. Like he's still very active on offense. He seems like he's going to be a good cutter. He knows how to find space. Like,
yeah,
I like what I see from him. I just think that he's going to have to play with a lot of shooters, because some of those threes, I mean, there wasn't anyone within 15 feet of him.
Yeah.
And who knows if teams will care enough to like game plan for Brooks Barnhizer, but you can leave that guy as wide open as you want. But if he's on the court with like a Brandon Carlson versus an Isaiah Hartenstein, I think that would benefit him more, even though Hartenstein's clearly the better player.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't put him on the court with another bad shooter or non-shooter.
Yeah.
And I think that what I'm interested to see is how up can Barnhizer play, because he's big. He's got a big frame.
He's big. He's super strong. He's an older rookie as well. Like, there's a lot of things going for him where, like, I would almost like bet that he's gonna play some minutes where it's like, oh my gosh, is Barnheiser the small ball 5 right now? Like what's
That's kind of what I'm thinking about, especially with Chet and Carlson. Like you have these stretch fives.
Yeah.
You could put him in lineups where yes, he's a non-shooter, but everyone else on the court can shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he is nominally the big man on offense.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it could work his rookie season, because his shot is broken. It's not great, but he does so many other things. I think they can figure out ways around it.
Yeah, I think he does need to figure out how to shoot, and like he's
That
had
would be nice.
he he was not good in his final year at Northwestern as a 3-point shooter. He was 26%, but the Thunder have done a good job of turning guys into shooters that were non-shooters in college. Like Jay Will is like a classic example. Dort is another great example of guys that just were hopeless, shooters coming into the league and are very good now. Like Dort is a very good 3-point shooter. Jay Will, I think, is a very good 3-point shooter. And so I do think that there's hope there for Barnheiser. And if he makes it, like if he can actually shoot it and he has all those other skills, because he's not just like he does other things offensively. Like he has an in-between game. He's got like a decent floor game. He can pass it. He knows how to cut. There's a lot of good things about his offensive game, despite his lack of shooting. So I do think that there are ways for it to work out where he could be a guy that plays in small spurts. But if he can really shoot, then he becomes a guy that can like play legit minutes.
I remember getting an argument on Twitter with a Down to Dunk listener. This was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And them telling me that Jay Will was, as a rookie, was going to be a better shooter than JRE. Now, of course, JRE was coming off, his season where he had shot really well. And like there was really no evidence that Jay Will was a shooter. And I was just like going insane because I was like, what is this based on? And they were like, you just got to trust me. And turns out they were right.
Trust me.
They're right. So
they were very right.
If you're listening, if you're still listening, and I didn't run you off, you were right somehow.
Jay Will, he can legit shoot the rock. I don't know how it happened, but he can really shoot. He's a career 39% from 3.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, there's another guy you can play with, Brooks.
He would be kind of awesome as like the lone center out there with Brooks, and if you had like Wiggs and Isaiah Joe, and then
I mean at this point,
out there with them like that.
When you think of non-shooters on the team, it's really iHeart. I know he did make a 3 in the Bucks game. It did rattle in.
Shout out.
Topic is probably going to be a non-shooter, at least for right now.
He will shoot it though. He will shoot.
He will shoot it.
Yeah.
Jang, we're not thinking of him as a shooter or much of anything else at this point.
Yeah.
Sorber, who's out, is a non-shooter. But basically everyone else on the team, you at least think of as like, okay, he's going to make some threes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's right.
So that's pretty good. I'm just saying there's a lot of combinations available to mix in someone like Brooks Barnheiser or Topic when he comes back. I mean, that's the thing about Topic that I keep thinking about is how I know there are some Thunder fans, including myself to some extent, who are like kind of at the point where it's like, man, how is this really going to work? And then I have to remind myself that we haven't seen him play with Shea. We have not seen him play with Dub. We have not seen him play with Chet. We have not seen him play with Kaysen. We have not seen him play with Dort. We have not seen him play, like he has not played with any good player on the Thunder. And a player like that is where you're going to see his value.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I just have to wait. I have to be patient.
Yeah, I think everything with him is at this point is wait and see. And I think he possesses the type of like point guard skills that this team kind of needed in the playoffs. I think there were times where you're like, man, they could really just use one more guy because like Kaysen really wasn't that guy. And like it came to a point where like Dub was having enough like weird turnovers at times where it's like, man, it's really just like Shea and Caruso that we're trusting here, like with the Rock. Like they just really need one more guy. And it's where they really could have used AJ. If AJ was in like good shape by the playoffs, which he really wasn't. And then like Topic, so we'll see. I mean, I'm probably a guy that would bet more on AJ at this point, just because he fits so much better because of the shooting.
Yeah.
But Topic is a much better passer and has like a truly strange and special skill set when it comes to passing. So, yeah.
Did you see that? I don't know if it must have been a clip. I don't know if it was from the Netflix show or the NBA.com show.
Yeah, they released them too close together where it's all blending together.
It
a
is
little bit.
blurring together.
Yeah.
But it was all the guys dressed up in like cowboy gear.
That's from the Netflix show.
Okay, and you can see Topic in the background.
Yep.
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Oh.
I haven't finished it yet. I did the interview last week with one of the directors. I think it dropped last week. Yes. But I still haven't finished. I need to go finish it.
Yeah, I haven't even started the Netflix one. I've been watching the NBA one.
Yeah.
Which I know it's only like an hour and a half, but I'm working through it. Getting through it. I think it's one of those things that if you're a fan of another team, I don't know if you need to watch it, but for fans of the Thunder. Now, Andrew, I'm only about halfway through it. I have not seen your face, but I have noticed some other faces in it. Are you in it? Are you going to appear?
Mm-mm.
What's the deal?
I
saw Daniel Bell in there. I saw Ray Bar
I don't
in
know.
there. You couldn't get.
I'm not high enough on the pecking order.
Man, that's crazy.
Man,
Look at Topic.
Look at him
Topic in the back there. I'm currently showing a picture from the Netflix show. Topic in the background with it looks like a cigarette.
It does. Those are candy cigarettes.
Candy cigarettes. He's wearing a black cowboy hat, black hoodie. I'd say, based on what we've seen so far, coolest he's looked.
By far.
Now, Dub looks really cool because he's got his candy cigarette like tucked into his cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Which looks really good.
You like Kaysen's t-shirt?
Yeah, the Mustang. I like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I've been what I've watched so far, the NBA one, I've enjoyed. It's cool they got J-Dub to do the dub for it.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I mean, it's fun to. I didn't realize how far it was going to go back. The NBA one is really trying to do like a full retrospective.
Yeah.
I mean, they go back to the Hornets days.
I know.
Which I posted this on Blue Sky, but there's a shot of a guy in the front row of the baseline holding a sign that says "We're buzzing," and I confirmed with some people, it is Brickman before Brickman.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's that guy before he became Brickman.
Dang! Shout out to Brickman. He's great. That guy's awesome.
Yeah. So that sent me down like a Brickman little rabbit hole. People were sending me articles about Brickman.
He didn't even live here.
I know. Drives down.
Yeah.
Because I guess he did live here at circa Hornets time, but
yeah, he flies down here. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't realize the documentary was going to go back that far, and it kind of tries to cover everything. But yeah, it's very fun to relive this season and just think about what we were talking about at each point during the season.
I know.
And when we were feeling confident and when we were feeling, I mean, I can remember after the Chet injury talking about, what does this mean for this team? And the thing I felt at that time, which ended up being true, was that as long as they can get iHeart back, I still think this team is like really good with iHeart. But that like couple week period where they were just figuring stuff out, I forgot about J-Dub jumping, doing the jump ball.
Yeah, against the Zubats. Yeah.
Yeah, like that was really cool. But that whole period where they were really without a center because J-Will was out as well. I know it happened, but I like had kind of forgotten what it was like at the time. And now it's just this like tiny little speck, and then they end up winning the championship. It's cool.
Unreal.
It's cool to relive it all.
Yeah,
And we will get to relive it all forever.
forever.
Locked in stone, unless there is an Aspire like controversy that comes and they try to strip our title.
Now then, we'll just call Mark Cuban to defend us.
Yeah, I liked how the little screen grab Pablo used for that interview. It just had text over it, just going no, 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 which I
He does that
assumed
so
was
much. Have you listened to that?
no. I can't.
It'll stress you out, man. It's just
Yeah, thankfully there are people on Reddit who basically just transcribe it and give the highlights of what the arguments were. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's all I really need right now.
Oh man. Okay. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We will answer some Twitter questions. And we're back after that quick break. Guys, I need to tell you about my friends over at Bob Moore Kia. Listen, right now, I'm going to put this beautiful minivan up on the screen. We are driving that beautiful hybrid Carnival around right now, and it is a delight, an absolute delight to drive this thing around. Right now, you can get other Kia vehicles like the EV6 for 0% for 72 months during the Kia Fall Savings event. You can also get a K4, which is one of their cars, $354 a month to lease for 84 months on 10,000 miles per year. $3,499 due at signing during the Kia Fall Savings event. You can get a Sorento, 0% for 48 months. You can get a Kia Soul, $327 a month to lease for 84 months on 10,000 miles per year. $3,499 due at signing. And you can also get a Sportage, 0% for 48 months during the Kia Fall Savings event. So please go check out Bob Moore Kia on Northwest Expressway in between Council and Rockwell in Northwest OKC. Tell them that Down to Dunk sent you. Support the people that support Down to Dunk. Go check out Bob Moore Kia. All right, Al. Let's answer some Twitter questions. Our first Twitter question comes from @D_Ray. Inspired by Joe Mazzulla, Mark Daignault, and the OKC coaching staff challenged the Down to Dunk crew in a pickup game. Does the Down to Dunk crew put up more than 4 points?
No. Well, the only reason we might is because I do think just the vibe I get is that Mark wouldn't be as dead set on killing us as Joe Mazzulla was.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't
I don't think he would care as much as Joe Mazzulla seemed to care.
No, I think Joe wanted to embarrass them. I think he wanted to make their lives miserable.
Yeah.
Jay King. I'm in a group chat with Jay King, who played in the game, and he is just talked about how it was the worst day of one of the worst days of his life, and he wanted to just destroy everybody afterward. He was so embarrassed with everything that was happening out there.
Yeah, so it would still be really bad.
Yeah, like Dave Bliss would throw everybody around. I'm sure Akinyoye can play. Grant Gibbs was like a great college player. Mike Wilkes played for the Thunder. Eric Maynor played for the Thunder. Like these guys would absolutely light us up. Like it would be really bad.
I think you'd have to give I'd probably give the ball to you and then have Jay just start setting charges, not even picks, just him trying to see if Jay could run over anyone, open up a lane.
Yeah, I'm still not in like great condition with my knee to even like.
Oh yeah, that's not going to help either.
I know. Like I can get out there like a little bit. Like I can get out there and be a spot up shooter. I can play like 3-point line. Line at this point. But
okay, so maybe let's go with 2 points, and maybe someone from the coaches accidentally shoots on the wrong basket.
It would be really bad. It would be so bad. It's really funny that they did that. It is just so funny to me that they actually played that game.
I've enjoyed reading like the fallout from it because
It's so funny.
out of market, it's like, oh, this is just a little goof. But
Yeah.
reading that one Celtics reporter who was very upset about it, and like he was trying to Hayes, he was trying to embarrass us, and that's not right. I was enjoying that. I was enjoying all the comments. I was reading all of that. It was a blast.
Oh man. At Cody, son of Steve, what benefits can we expect as viewers from the exciting new LED infused Tissot shot clocks? Listen, the roundness of them, they look like little watches, or I guess big watches, but that's about it, Cody.
That
Thanks.
question sounded like a plant.
Thanks
we
for the
were
question.
like we were getting paid by TSOT. Hey, can you guys do like a natural ad where someone asks you a question about our new shot clocks?
At Lester Freeman wants to know, when do we worry about Dub?
I would say April-ish.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
know?
answer. Yeah.
Although how can you not get excited when you see those videos of him working out in the off season with his offhand? Just like, why not? Just like, who cares? Like, who cares about this regular season really? Like, I would like to stay out of Denver's bracket. I would like that. I would like to not meet them until the Western Conference Finals. Other than that, I don't really care. Like, if it becomes clear that they're going to be the 1 seed,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like if we're the 3 seed, like whatever. Who cares?
Just get Denver and Minnesota in the same bracket. It's like play each
Seriously. The ideal setup would be like Denver, let's say Houston, OKC 2-3.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then give Minnesota someone easy in the 5 so that we know that they can get past the first round.
The Kings.
And then let's see if they can the Kings. The Kings are the 5th seed. And then let's see if the Wolves can keep working their magic against the Nuggets.
I think that would be terrifying for Nuggets fans. Like, not again.
Oh, it would be so annoying.
That team is that the Wolves are so confident against the Nuggets.
But it's kind of like how OKC last year going in the playoffs was like, well, you got to beat Denver to win a title. Like, we got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
For them, it's like you have to beat this team that's clearly worse than you. You are definitely better than them, but you have to beat them.
Yep. Good luck. That would be awesome.
You know, people talk about, I just feel like people are not recognizing how much pressure Denver is under this season.
Yeah.
They have not made it out of the second round in 2 seasons now since their championship run.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time they went out in embarrassing fashion, being up by 20 at home in Game 7.
How bad?
Last year, I get it.
So
They were injured. They pushed OKC to 7. You know, based on where they were at that season with losing their coach and everything, valiant effort.
Yeah.
But like now with how they've bolstered this roster, like they need to win more than OKC does. OKC, it would be awesome. It would be legacy defining, but OKC is young.
Yeah, they got time.
They got time. Like Denver needs to win now more than OKC needs to win now.
Yeah, because if they don't make it out of round 1 or round 2 again, then it's like, do you like discuss Jamal Murray in a serious way?
Yeah, it would very much depend on how it goes down, but yeah.
Like you need a true second best player at that point because like Jamal cannot do it.
Yeah. But I just think that there is finally more pressure on a team other than OKC. Because last year I did feel like, man, there's pressure now, especially when we got to the playoffs and knowing that like, ooh, Shea's going to be announced MVP. Like you really start to feel that pressure during that playoff run. Like if they lose here, this is going to be an all-timer.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
They didn't lose, and everything's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing bad happened. But Now let's shift that onto the Nuggets. Okay,
Great.
put the pressure on the Nuggets.
Pressure's on, Nuggets.
It should be.
At Benelphin King, what would you have bought at the SGA garage sale?
I haven't gotten to this part yet. Is this Netflix or
It's on the Netflix doc.
okay?
Yep. They have a garage sale. He has a garage sale at his house where he essentially picks out all the clothes that he's not going to wear again, has his like team put them on like racks, like in his like garage and out on like his like driveway. And then he invites all his teammates over and they go and they pick through his clothes and buy his clothes from him.
That's cool.
I mean, big red boots, big red, what do you call them? Big red boots? So you call
Yeah,
them?
I think they're called Big Red Boots.
That'd be the number one thing I'd be after for sure.
The Mario boots.
Yeah, I need those badly. That's really all I want. Anything you'd be after?
Nope.
Nope.
I haven't seen it. So
Okay.
just be making something up.
Okay. At Robin 8JM, what's sadder, retiring from basketball or playing for the Sacramento Kings?
Well, here's the great news. We're about to find out.
Yeah, we
We're
are.
about to find out because I bet in a few months you'll either be saying, okay, all right, Russ has really helped stabilize this Sacramento Kings team. Or you'll be saying, man, maybe he should have just retired.
I think
'Cause
I
this
know
is
what we're gonna be
miserable.
saying. I think it's quite clear what we will be saying about Russell. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's really rough. Shea said to GQ that he is not going to be one of these guys that's like going to play till he's 40. Like he's just not doing that. He said like after he's hit his peak and he starts to feel like the decline, he'll just end it.
Yeah, he was talking about like missing. I was trying to do the math based on how old his kid is and
Yeah.
like when he'd be missing like, baseball practices and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I could see him maybe retiring at 35, 36.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be wild just because it feels like everyone's playing so much longer now, especially when you have like LeBron and Chris Paul still in the league.
I know.
But
Guys-
with how much money these guys are making, you do wonder if the next shift we see is guys retiring earlier than you would expect. Just because they have so much money, especially for someone like SGA, who by that point will have accomplished so much. I mean, he's already accomplished so much.
Yeah.
And it's like, how much more money do you really need when you could be, at that point, maybe a billionaire,
It probably will be.
beautiful family. Why not just do that?
Yeah, and
That sounds great.
he's like Shea. The one thing about like the Netflix doc and like just Shea in general is like he's just a normal as normal as a NBA superstar can be. Like he comes across that way in the doc. I heard a story about how like a friend of a friend went to. It was like a dad that went to this like mommy and me like gymnastics thing, and he was like be the only dad there, and he was like feeling really weird about it, and he gets there and he's not the only dad there. Shea is also there
Wow.
with his son.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like what a normal thing to be at.
Also, that's like the best setup ever to like meet Shea.
Yeah.
It's like if you're the only other dad, that is such an easy point of entrance to talk to Shea.
Yeah,
It's just like a fellow dad. Hey, we're the only dads here. Man.
Hey, yeah, isn't this weird being dads here? Shea
Okay,
Gilgeous
maybe
Alexander?
that shouldn't be your opening line. You got to come up with something a little better than that.
Oh man, what would you even say? What would be your opening line to Shea if you like sat down next to him in the circle with your baby?
I mean, you just got to talk. You can't talk basketball. You just got to talk kid stuff. Talk kid stuff. Talk baby
And
stuff.
I love the 2-man game at the end of Game 4 in Indiana.
Yeah, you cannot do that. You got to say, "Hey, did you know that the guy from Fall Out Boy does the theme song for Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Did you know that Mark Hoppus did the one for Iron Man and His Amazing Friends?
Oh man, how much would you want to bet that Shay does not know who Mark Hoppus is?
Yeah, that might not connect. It might not connect, but maybe it's an entrance, and he becomes a huge Blink-182 fan. It's his gateway conversation.
Oh.
He gets into Blink-182 through the Iron Man theme song.
Yeah,
and then you guys go to concerts together because now they're doing reunion shows. How cool would that be?
Yeah, God, that would be awesome. All right.
It is very funny though to think about being friends with an NBA player, like purely as like a dad connection.
Yeah,
that would be very fun.
That would be very cool. Yeah, I mean, I've talked to most of these guys, and it's all in like a media, sphere, but most of them are about as normal as they can be, which is pretty cool. Robert H80734776 wants to know, what if Kevin never left? What would the team look like now? Maybe a championship or two, but much older and never the potential of the current team. His leaving started the process of creating the amazing OKC team that they have now. Is it time to give him his due for what he gave OKC? Thanks.
Listen, I've always been on the other side of this where like I just don't care about the whole Kevin story anymore because we won. I think I might feel different if he had been just so wildly successful after he left OKC. And yes, he won 2 finals and 2 finals MVPs.
Sure.
But those finals MVPs and finals are kind of universally, it's not like they're put down, but everyone elevates everyone else's. Like everyone talks more about Jokic in 23.
They didn't overcome anything to win those titles. Like almost every team that like wins the title has to like overcome something,
Like when people start talking about finals they remember, those Warriors finals are going to be so far down the list. People will talk about 15 Warriors, will talk about 16 Cavs, 19 Raptors. Like there are just so many more interesting stories. And so it's not that people devalue them. We all recognize like he's a great player. He's an all-time great player.
22 Warriors.
But they're just what he did just isn't that interesting to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why it just doesn't bother me as much. So yes, I'm all for giving him his due. I'm all for retiring his jersey because I think it's even easier now that we've won the title to say these things because now you're kind of talking from a position of luxury because like we've won. Like there shouldn't be any hard feelings because we did the thing that we wanted to do. I mean, as a sports fan, really the most you can hope for is that your favorite sports team wins a championship once during your lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Like more than that is gravy. That's awesome. But really, you just want that one opportunity and you want to like fully live in that opportunity. We got it. We did it. Yeah. And so now things like this are just way easier for me. And so it's like, yeah, obviously retire his jersey. He was huge for putting this team, but also this city and state on the map. He was hugely important for that. And I think he now, like I find him like much more entertaining than I did maybe a few years ago. I found him much more annoying a few years ago. But like I did see that Netflix clip of him talking about how pissed he was that LeBron and D Wade were happy for James Harden after he got traded. I thought that was really funny. Like, cause that felt very honest and genuine. Like that he was pissed that those guys were happy because he knew what that meant.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all that part's pretty interesting. I think there's a lot of revisionist history happening with all of that, but
and as for what would happen if he had stayed, like the thing I always think about is like it is not a guarantee they would have won. Like that team, that Cavs team in 2017 was really good.
Yeah.
That Warriors team just won 73 games.
Yeah.
Like there are no guarantees OKC comes away from that era with a championship, because the Cavs and the Warriors were really strong teams.
Mhm.
I think people have talked about how that 17 Cavs team, like statistically, was one of the strongest in the playoffs.
Mhm.
And they lost to just an absolute juggernaut because KD went to the Warriors. But I don't know. Like, what if he stays and they don't win a title? Like, I don't think it's a guarantee. I feel the same way about this idea of James Harden staying. I don't think it would have been a guarantee that James Harden staying would have meant an automatic ring either, because you look at those Spurs teams.
Oh, it's just like, especially with what we know about all three of the guys that are there now too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that Shea is just like firmly the best Thunder player ever because of what he was actually able to accomplish as the best player on this team. Like, he
Yeah,
did
and
the thing that those three never were able to do while they wore a Thunder jersey. Like, they
and
could
may have never
look,
been able to do
and
in
have
a Thunder
never.
jersey.
Yes, Kevin has not won a championship without Steph Curry.
James Harden has not sniffed a championship since he left
the finals.
I guess he sniffed it when they went to Game 7 and missed 27 threes. But
He hasn't been to
that's
the
probably a
finals again.
sniff.
He hasn't been to the
Oh
finals.
yeah, I know.
Russell hasn't been to the finals again, since then. So,
But and it is way easier to say now that they've won the title, but I just always wanted to push back on this idea that they obviously would have become a dynasty and won a bunch of rings. There were still really good teams
yeah,
during that period, starting in 2013 all the way through like 2017, 2018.
yeah.
Now, if they stayed together all the way to like 2019, then I think now you get to a point where, like, yeah, they probably would have been like the prohibitive favorite by that point, because the Cavs are getting old. The Warriors, they had it's kind of hard to imagine what the Warriors would have been like without. I guess they keep Harrison Barnes in that scenario.
Yeah,
But they're probably not as strong as the 73-win team, because they would have been going through all of those playoffs year after year after year. So I think there's a point where the Thunder could have been the prohibitive favorites, but I don't think that's guaranteed to have been 2017.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, the Thunder are in an outrageous position right now, and you just have to be grateful for that. And it's not like because of Kevin or because of, like, there was like so many decisions that had to be made to get to this point that it's like.
But
sure.
I think the important point is that they're in a better position than any OKC team before them.
Ever.
The way people talk about those KD, Russ, Harden teams, like, oh, that was such an obvious dynasty. This OKC team is in a better position than that team was.
Yeah, not even a question
and not just because of the roster, but also the landscape of the league.
Landscape of the league.
There are not teams that are as strong as like 2016 Warriors, 2016 Cavs. Like,
not even close.
Those teams were juggernauts in their own right.
Boston.
Those teams don't exist anymore.
Boston was like going to be that team, but they crumbled. They're done. And like, how do we even know that they're going to emerge as a contender when they're back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that to me is like, that's, I mean, yeah, who is it? Like, does maybe like Cleveland like figures out how to get over the hump? It's like,
dude, they get over the hump for them is like winning 2 rounds of the playoffs. They haven't even done that. Like, there are no teams even close. Like, I would say Denver is the closest you could get, and they would still be an obvious third behind the Warriors and Cavs teams.
100%.
I'm talking pre-KD.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any question. And, it's going to be awesome to get rings and have Kevin watch. It's going to be amazing. And it's going to be awesome to watch him pretend he doesn't care. It's going to be amazing.
And if you want to watch me, I'll be live on Ball. I'll get to watch Sam Sheehan live.
Oh,
watch the Thunder get their rings. A notorious Thunder hater. So that will be my own little watching KD get rings. Is watch Sam watch us get rings.
At Josh _D Rich. Do you think that Thunder fans will have to embrace the villain narrative this season? If not, how many championships until we have to embrace the villain narrative? Or the Thunder villains, Al?
See, I don't think that they're villains. I think that they are in that spot that the Spurs were in, where it's just no one really wants to talk about them. You even heard about it on when Bill Simmons and Zach Lowe and House did their over-unders.
Yeah.
They started with the Thunder, and Bill was basically just like, yeah, I don't have a lot to say. Like, that's where they are. They're not villains. Like, I understand that, like, Reddit and Twitter will make you feel like this team is hated.
Mm-hmm.
I think this team is much more closer to those Spurs teams where it's like everyone kind of gets it. Everyone understands that they're really good, that they're going to be contenders for the foreseeable future. There's no drama, so there's not a lot to talk about. And like, unless you're just really obsessed with Zaprutering every Shea drive and trying to figure out if he was actually fouled or not, there's just not a lot to complain about either. Like that's really all there is. So I don't think they're villains in the way that like the LeBron Heat teams were. I mean, they were villains for a very obvious reason. They're not villains like the Warriors became in that 2016 finals. Remember, like Steph throwing the mouth guard, and all of a sudden, like this fun Warriors team became evil. You know, that was really cool. And then, of course, they pick up Kevin and become like the ultimate hated team.
Yeah,
but like the Thunder are nowhere close to that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I also like don't love the idea that because they're not the most interesting team to talk about, they're not the Spurs teams that were boring on the court, though.
But the Spurs teams weren't boring on the court. Like those teams now, people would be
14. They were. I'm sorry,
slobbering over them.
No.
14. That was like beautiful game.
14 was. I'm saying before 14.
Oh, like yeah, like. Well, I'm thinking of what was the Pistons final? Was that 07?
Yes.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That was not fun to watch. There's nothing fun about that. Those teams were not fun. Those teams were boring. You know, like Shea is like this era's Kobe. Like, did anybody think it was boring to watch Kobe Bryant?
No, I mean that's the thing that always cracks me up about the hate that Shea does get for the foul baiting is that when you listen to other players talk about him, like the comparisons are these two guys in MJ and Kobe that all those same people are obsessed with and probably didn't watch nearly enough as they think they did.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I mean, this team, they're a very fun team to watch. Like I'm like super excited to like watch them play actual basketball next week. Like I can't wait for that to happen. So like maybe if they won back to back, they could become villains, you think?
But to be a villain,
those Spurs teams never went back to back.
To be a villain, like you have to have someone who exudes that personality. Like Draymond is like the greatest villain of this era of the NBA.
Who is the most likely player to exude?
Chet. It would have to be Chet.
That's what I was about to tell you. Is like Chet would have to emerge as like this like 20 and 10, 3 blocks a night. He's a top 15 player in the league.
And he's giving you like quotes every night that are talking trash on other teams, other players.
Yeah. Which I don't think is out of the realm of possibilities for him.
It's possible.
I think that Chet could potentially be like the villain. Shea strategically doesn't give anybody anything. And it's not that he doesn't have thoughts about those things. It's that he knows that it could be fuel for the other team. And he just wants to just destroy you and then just go home to his family and not have to worry about any other crap. It's like how he wants to live his life. So yeah, I think it would have to like Chet.
So Chet is the ticket to villainy.
Yeah, if you want to be a villain, it's got to be you got to
poke and prod Chet on social media. Get him to say stuff.
Oh man. At Zach Deeg, where would you rank Mark as an NBA coach? Top 3, top 5?
I mean, most people I feel like think that Spoelstra is until further notice is number 1.
Yeah.
And he also just got the USA basketball job. And I'm fine with that. I mean, what can you really say? A coach, if Spoelstra had this roster, I'm sure he'd look really, really, really good. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to like knock him because the Heat have been underwhelming for a few seasons now.
Yeah, the rosters are putrid. They're so bad.
Yeah.
They're
So I'm fine putting him 1. I'm fine with putting like Rick Carlisle higher than Mark Daigneault. I think Rick Carlisle is like an incredible coach.
Carlisle was awesome last year. I mean, I think he's a huge catalyst for why they were in that position to begin with.
Yeah. So I'm fine with that. But I think Mark is clearly like a top 5 coach in the league.
Yeah. Yeah. I would probably put him 3rd. Because then, like, who are we talking about next?
I mean, like Steve Kerr, once upon a time, was thought about this way. I don't think he's thought about that way as much anymore.
No, I don't think so.
And part of that is probably roster. Like if his stupid front office hadn't drafted Wiseman and Kuminga, he'd probably look a lot smarter too.
Yeah. Roster is like the biggest thing about it. But like if somebody said like, hey, you could swap out Mark for any other coach in the league, I think like the only ones that aren't insane are Carlisle and Spo.
Yeah, because like Kenny Atkinson, you'd probably put him pretty high.
Yeah, but I would not swap him out.
Yeah, I wouldn't swap him. I think Ty Lue's still a really good coach, but
Ty
I wouldn't
Lue's
swap
good.
him.
That's an interesting one, certainly.
After that,
like I think Nick Nurse got a mention on the GM.
Yeah.
Poll.
So
Like,
one thing I don't like about coaches like Nick Nurse is when they have a very clearly reported history of feuding with players.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a knock. That's got to be a knock against you.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a big Nick Nurse fan. I don't think they're good.
I was just real quick with Will Hardy. I've been thinking about with Will Hardy because everyone thinks that Will Hardy's a very good coach, and the way he's using Ace Bailey in preseason seems to suggest like, oh, this is a guy who knows how to get the most out of a player.
Mm-hmm.
So then you look back at like their recent rookies, you're like, well, wait a second. If he was putting them in a good position, so does that just mean they're bad? Because he put Ace in an amazing position, and he instantly looks like an incredible player.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been going on the last couple of years? Like, did they just not draft well? If Will Hardy's that good,
maybe they keep giving him contract extensions.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he is, and maybe it's that type of player. Like, clearly he made Markkanen a player that he wasn't before.
Yeah, sure.
And it's a kind of similar thing where Markkanen was not like a big creator in terms of being a passer for, a creator for others.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned him into a weapon. So yeah, but I think I agree with you. Top 3 for sure.
Yeah. At A Barry E, could a slim down J Will be the answer to OKC's need for a jumbo wing? He's a bit undersized for a center.
Yeah, agree.
So could his true calling be as a power forward we can put up against guys like PJ Washington?
I like where you're going. I like the thought.
And A Barry E, I love the creativity.
I think I need to see a lot more, but I'm thinking about it in a way I wasn't previously.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know the answer to this question. I've never considered him as a jumbo wing. I still think of him as a backup center. Like I think that he's just like a really good third center.
I wonder. Do they have current weights? Do you know what he weighs currently?
Yeah, they released it. I can find it.
Did you see that Colin Sexton's height got corrected?
I
did.
He's been
listed at 6'3" his whole career, and it turns out he's 6 foot. And I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense why like people weren't rushing out to get him. when he was with the Jazz.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, let me find the training camp roster. I mean, Jay Will's a center. I just don't think he's really anything other than that. But
Yeah, I honestly think J-Dub should be that player. Like, why can't J-Dub?
he not could he be? I mean, he is.
Yeah. Like, I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like, why should PJ Washington give J-Dub so much trouble?
He shouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know why he does, but he should not.
Some
Come on,
dark
Dub.
magic.
Come on, Dub. What are we doing here? Okay, Jay Will is listed at 241.
241. But of course, I have no reference point in terms of what he was his rookie season.
Yeah, I'm sure Basketball Reference has it listed. Hold on. I don't. He's not a wing.
Hold on.
He's just not a wing. I love Jay Will. He's my guy. He's an awesome dude. But there's just no chance that he's
Now, if the wing is Bobby Portis,
so he's listed at 250 for last year.
okay. Yeah, NBADraft.net as a prospect had him at 236.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah.
That's probably right. I mean, he's slimmed
Ooh,
down a little bit. I think he's a little bit faster, but I think that's you lose the benefits that you gain when he's like a quicker center. When you make him a wing, then you lose all of those advantages. Like the quickness advantages are all gone because now everybody's quicker than him. You know?
Yeah.
So like it's not it's no, like he's a backup center.
I
Like,
found his combine measurements on a site, an Arkansas site called Whole Hog Sports.
that's awesome.
That is cool. Because I remember trying to say, I was saying going whole hog. Is that the saying? So that is a saying? I can't remember what the fake saying I said was, if that isn't it.
Is that the saying?
Is that the saying? Whole hog? Going whole hog?
I don't know. Help us out. Help us out, Dunkers. I don't know. That's a very creative question. I don't mean to demean it in any way. I don't really see it myself, but I've been wrong about many things in my life. At Tyler Beats 1, is Oklahoma State basketball back after an exhibition win against Auburn? We're back, baby. We're just so back. At Zach D wants to know breakfast for dinner and how often.
Ask his other breakfast question because I actually have an answer for that one.
Hold on. What's the worst breakfast you've ever had?
Okay, I'm going to share a picture.
Oh,
So,
wow.
A few years ago, this is not my picture, but it is accurate representation of what it was. A few years ago, I went to Iceland.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Dorla Matlock in the chat. Yes, I'm from Arkansas. You go all out. You go whole hog.
Whole hog, not
Thank you,
half
Dorla.
hog.
Thank you for that.
I went to Iceland. Beautiful country. If you like doing outdoor stuff, so
Yeah.
many crazy hikes, waterfalls everywhere.
That's
The
cool.
downside is that because of its position in the world and because it's an island, you can't like grow anything there, really. And so like finding fresh veggies ever is kind of tough.
That's so weird.
And as a result, the food is not great. I subsisted for those 2 weeks mostly on hot dogs. They're actually pretty well known for their hot dogs, and they are good. And they're the one cheap thing you can buy there.
What?
They put like crispy fried onions on their hot dogs with like this brown sauce. It's good.
Okay.
But I'm going to share a picture of what an Icelandic breakfast looks like. And this is very accurate based on what I got. Now, what we are looking at currently is,
What?
I would say, a random assortment of foods. There are,
It's like a charcuterie.
2 pieces of loose cheese, a couple pieces of loose ham, a hard-boiled egg cut in half, some random slices of tomato, a random stack of cucumber slices, and then what looks like to be like the driest bread or crackers you've ever had. And this is what we would eat for breakfast a lot. And it's one of those meals where like individually all these foods are fine, but like this is the least satisfying meal I could possibly have, because you can like, I'm looking at it like, can't you guys figure out a way to combine these into something appetizing? What is this? Why are these all separate? Well, I don't want to eat just a slice of tomato. Put some of these together. Give me like a breakfast sandwich or something.
How did you acquire this plate?
What do you mean?
Like where? Like who gave you this plate of food?
This is like a standard breakfast at like an Icelandic hotel.
Oh,
or like when we stayed at some Airbnbs, we would come down in the morning and it would be a spread, and your plate would look like this after you grabbed what was on the spread.
Yo, that is weird.
Isn't it weird? It's just like, have you guys not been introduced to the concept of a breakfast sandwich? Just take all these things and combine them, heat it up, and you've got yourself a meal. I'm just like eating loose cheese at 7 in the morning and wash it down with like a tomato slice.
Yeah, I just found a place I could never live.
Now, other than the food,
anti-breakfast, man.
Beautiful. Iceland is beautiful, but the food is like this.
Went to college with a guy from Iceland. Shout out to Hafthor.
Shout out to Hafthor.
Shout out to Hafthor Erlingsson. His dad was a professor at OSU, and
oh, nice.
Because of the way they do last names, they weren't tied to each other, so he took his dad's class. Because his dad's last name is Davidson, and his
that's sneaky. You should have exposed them.
I could have exposed them. One time, Hafthor's dad, he always had a microphone on, like a lav mic on, and he had to take a bathroom break and left the lav mic on while he went to the bathroom. Sitting next to Hafthor as his dad is relieving himself, and he is just mortified. No one knows it's his dad but me, but he is just absolutely mortified that this is happening.
I live with that every day in Zoom meetings, because wearing AirPods, you just like, even though you can see it's muted, you just like never totally trust that I can walk away, use the bathroom, and come back.
Can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, that's risky. That's very, very risky. Okay, maybe we'll do one or two more. There's a lot of Russ questions in here. I can't talk about the Kings anymore. I'm sorry, everybody. I think of a card. Who is the best OKC late first round pick in the last 15 years? It seems like we've been more successful with second round picks than late first. Why is that? And should we just trade all our late first for multiple seconds? LOL.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about before where there does feel like there's a Presti sweet spot, which is basically the lottery. I mean, his hit rate in the lottery has thus far been really good. I mean, you can name the misses like off the top of your head. It's like Oos and Cameron Payne and
Cole
Aldridge. But like every single other one.
Yeah.
Russ Harden, KD, Jeff Green, Chet, Dub. Like there's just so many. Sabonis.
Giddey's a hit.
Giddey, yeah. So he's been great there, but yes, you are correct when you start thinking about like,
okay, so like going through
Perry Jones.
We could start back. We could start back there. Okay, so late first rounders.
Mitch McGary, Perry Jones, Josh Eustace, Reggie Jackson is in.
DJ White is one. Serge Ibaka is a late first round pick that really
that has to be the best one.
That's a really good one. Reggie Jackson is another really good late first round pick. He was 24th. Yeah. That was really good. Andre Robertson was 26th.
That's good.
That's pretty good. Eustace, not good. Shout out to Josh. Awesome guy. Not a first round pick. Terrence Ferguson, 21st.
No
Miss. Darius Baisley, 23rd, miss.
Negative.
Poku, 17th, miss. Beat Krejci in that same draft, hit.
That was a second rounder.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's what he's saying. Is that
Yeah.
second rounders are hits.
Yeah.
Trey Mann, miss.
Yeah.
Aaron Wiggins, 55th, hit.
Jay Will, hit.
Jay Will, 34, hit. That's a great pick. That looks like an awesome pick now. Let's see.
AJ, hit.
Keontae Johnson, not so much of a hit in the second round.
Yeah.
AJ, 38 is a great pick. Dylan Jones at 26, not a great pick. And old Brooksy, 44th. Could be the next hit.
We're about to find out. We're about to find out.
The draft is really hard, guys, is what it comes down to. Like it is really tough. But the Thunder have figured out a lot of things with the draft clearly. And like I truly believe so much of it is personality driven. And like who these people are driven.
I also think if you read back over those names, comparing like late first to seconds, a lot of those names in the late first were guys who had high ceilings.
Yeah.
Guys who you thought had a chance to like really do something. Whereas like no one really had expectations for someone like Jay Will or even like AJ Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was kind of like, yeah, if they can come in and be a part of the rotation, that's great. And I think it's just harder to hit those home runs. I mean, Baisley was a home run swing.
Yeah. What was the last home run swing that like really hit? Like Perry Jones, another home run swing.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of depends on how you define a home run swing.
Like Terrence Ferguson, home run swing, right?
Like I would say J-Dub is not a home run swing because of his age.
No, I don't think he was. I think he was thought of as like a guy that could be like a sure thing role player.
Yeah, I think of home run swings as typically younger, more raw, unproven.
Giddy is probably one that connected.
Yeah. I still don't think you hit a home run.
It was a reach at 6, and it's not like a J-Dub home run. Yeah, it's like a nice like double or triple.
I mean, I think Surge should probably be thought of that way.
Surge probably one, where it's like swing for the fences. If this connects somehow, it's going to be awesome. If not, then who knows?
Yeah, like Mystery Man in that draft. I totally forgot that he didn't come over his first year.
Yeah. Byron, don't call me BJ Mullins was a swing.
That was definitely a home run swing.
Because he was like ranked so highly in his draft class.
Yeah.
School. Oos was certainly that.
That's a home run swing.
Topic is one.
Yeah, I would consider Topic a home run swing.
Topic is definitely one. Thomas Sorber is not one. I think Sorber is like he was outrageously productive at Georgetown, and like it would be a little bit weird if he just was not good in the NBA.
Young Hansen, home run swing.
Home run swing out of nowhere.
Maybe one of the biggest home run swings we've had.
It was like a guy that wasn't even at bat, and somebody from the bench just ran off with the bat and just swung at the ball, and it wasn't even his turn.
I think the Pelicans turned Derek Queen into a home run swing.
They forced it to be.
Yeah.
Like this guy that was supposed to go in that spot.
I feel like Yegor at 8 is a home run swing.
Yegor, yeah, 100%. I give, a lot of people just bash the Nets and what they're doing. I don't mind it. I really don't mind what they're doing. I know that like some of these picks don't make a ton of sense together, but a lot of that is like they just don't have a blue chip piece. And they're like who outside of Yegor was going to be like a blue chip piece? Like we'll find out at some point, but there's no one obvious.
I guess.
Unless they wanted to take Young.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah, I mean, I can't be too hard on Brooklyn because we haven't seen these guys play. Maybe we'll feel differently at the end of the year.
Yeah.
the 5 guys they pick, the guy I was probably most interested in going into the draft was Danny Wolf,
Yeah.
who they end up getting at 27. And it was more just like, man, how is this going to work? So I'm interested in Danny Wolf for that reason, but I wish they had just taken one player I was like really into.
Yeah. It all looks different if they like get the number 1 pick in this next draft. Then like, who cares? Like, it's just,
Sure.
it doesn't matter. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in to this podcast. We will be back Monday to preview opening night, which is very exciting.
Woo!
I will be there.
Andrew, a question in the comment. How early should a person arrive if they want to get Shay's autograph on Tuesday?
Oh, on Tuesday. Tuesday's going to be nuts. Like, Tuesday's going to be crazy. If Shay continues to sign like he did last year during the regular season, I would get there. So the game starts at 6:30. So it's 90 minutes prior during the regular season is when they open the doors. I'd get there 90 minutes prior to the game. That's what I would do. Yeah. If that's what you want, I would get there then and go line up.
Want to do.
If that's what you want to do. If you actually want to get it, then I would get there 90 minutes prior and rush in and try to get a spot down low. But Shay will sign for everybody if he continues to do that. So yeah. All right. Hope everybody's doing great. And we'll talk to you guys again on Monday.
Until the dawn, until the dawn.